right, so now that you know how to move down the floor in Foxtrot, next thing you want to learn how to do is how to turn. So we're now going to show you the left turn in the Foxtrot, which allows you to turn around corners to move down different parts of the room.
So we're still going to use that same formula of 2 walks and a chasse. The difference is, as you just saw, that we're going to have a direction change, and we're also going to add some rotation.
All right, let's start now with the leads part. Leads, you're going to start with your weight on the right foot. Left foot is free. We're going to take a walk forward on the left foot, but now here's where things get interesting. Rather than take another walk forward on the right foot, we're now going to change directions and go back on the right foot. From there, turn to step side, and then close your right foot. Let's try that again from a different angle. So from behind now, I've got my weight on my right foot, I'm stepping forward on the left foot, then back on the right foot, turn, and then go side left and close right. You may have noticed that between the forward and the back step, so as I step forward here, I'm allowing my right foot to collect right up under the body before stepping back again. We call that a brushing action, and the reason that brush is important is because I want to be able to move kind of vertically without pitching forward into my partner's space because I've left that foot back. It also helps me kind of stay on time with the music as I can put the brake on here in order to change directions. So do allow that foot to draw up under the body. You don't have to close it all the way. In fact, I recommend you don't, because as soon as your feet come completely together, you can get confused about which foot goes next. So brush it most of the way, leaving it a little bit behind so you can remember which foot goes next. The right foot goes back, and then we go side together. So last time, from one more angle here, we've got forward brush, back, turn, side, and close.
So follows, we're actually going to do the natural opposite of what the leads are doing. So as usual, we're going to begin with our weight on our left foot with the right foot free. We're going to do our first walk back on the right foot, and this is now where we're going to change directions. Rather than continuing with that second walk backwards like we're used to, we're going to actually now go forward on the left foot. Then we're going to turn to our left as we take our chasse. So we go the side to the right, switch weight to the left foot, and now I've got my right foot free, ready to do it again. Let me just stay in this position so you can see this from a different angle. Again, I'm going to do my walk back on the right foot, walk forward left foot, turn, and dance the chasse, switching weight to my left foot, leave my right foot free, ready to repeat or do another step. A note about that brushing action. So if you think about our basic, how we've got 2 walks. As we do our walks, the free foot is going to swing underneath the body before continuing on to the next step. This is kind of what we're going to be doing here. I don't necessarily know that we're going to be doing a left hesitation turn, so as far as I know, I take a walk. As a natural result of that walk, my foot is going to draw underneath my body. Now though, my partner's going to change the direction, and once again my right leg is going to swing underneath my body before going into the chasse. So if you just think about this as a natural walking action, the free leg is going to always kind of start to come to a natural resolution underneath the body. So now let's look at our parts together. So we're in a dance position. As he takes his forward walk, I take my back walk, and this is where we have that directional change. So he's going to move backwards and I'm going to move forward. Then we're going to go ahead and turn that quarter and take our side step together. So again, let's look at that one more time. We do our first walk, change directions, take our second walk, we turn, and dance our chasse.
Now the timing of that figure, like pretty much all of our basic figures in the Foxtrot, is going to follow that same slow, slow, quick, quick pattern. Slows on the walks, quicks on the side togethers. So first walk slow, second walk slow, turn and step, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. Or if you want to count with numbers, you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So as you've noticed, this figure turns usually a quarter. Main reason for that is that we use it to turn the corners in our dancing. So if we're dancing along, we've got our basic, and we have now run out of room, we can dance our left hesitation turn. And ta-da! We now have our path to continue on with our next basic, or whatever other figure we like. That said, you don't have to turn a quarter. It can turn a little bit more, or it can turn a little bit less. So for example, let's take this cornering action, right? Let's say maybe I'm struggling with that quarter turn, right? So what I can do is just turn a little bit less, turn however much is comfortable for me, and just do a couple of them until I've achieved the alignment that I want. So again, you don't have to do a quarter. As a matter of fact, you can actually do it with 0 turn. So if we really do this without, let me just put it this way, we can still do our 2 walks and just do no turn. So if you're struggling a little bit with the rotary aspect of this figure, this is a good way to just get the bones of it, so to speak, under your feet.
And speaking of which, let's talk a little bit about the hesitation action in the hesitation left turn. Hesitation part of this is that first action where we step forward and brush our feet. That's a term borrowed from waltz, because waltz is chock full of these hesitation actions. And that's what we're doing here on this first step. Step, brush. That's our hesitation. As an exercise, you can dance just a bunch of hesitations back and forth. Leaders forward left, back right, followers going back right, forward left, and just do them over and over. And if you want to, you can even turn them just a little bit. Keep that turn fairly subtle though, because if you try to turn too much, the direction is going to again get skewed. We want to make sure we have those very clear directions forward and back, so subtle turn.
So speaking of turning then, as we're turning, the main thing to think about when you're turning with another body is to stay in front of your partner or keep your partner in front of you, depending on which part you're doing. The idea is that this alignment, right, whatever shape of frame we've established, we need to keep it intact. So as we do the rotary part of this figure, right, we start to turn. My job is to stay in front of him at all times, and his job is to keep me in front of him. This is kind of a silly metaphor, but imagine you've just been in a terrible, terrible bus accident, and they put you in a body cast shaped like this. So this is completely rigid, right? There's no way for you to move out of this body cast. So when you turn your body, your hands come with you. If your hands come with you, your partner comes with you. Follows, we can use kind of same idea. So I've got an equally weird body cast. Now with our 2 fused body casts here, we're able to stay in front of each other the entire time and successfully turn. All right, that's enough talk. Let's go ahead and dance this thing.